Hi, today we're going to talk about PDF automation, and specifically we're going to understand how we can convert a Notion form into PDF files. As you can see in the background, I have got a cease and desist letter form wherein once a user fills in all the details in this particular form and they click on submit, the responses go to the response side in this particular database. I'm looking to create an automation system which can help me create PDF files on automation once I capture a response in this particular database. For this, I'll be using a tool known as PDF Output. PDF Output will help me create PDF files completely in automation with the help of a Google document and a Notion database. It can help you create any documents at scale, such as reports, invoices, contracts, certificates, or even quotations, which you might need in your business. So let's understand how this automation will work. Click on Create PDF and click on Continue with Google, or you can even enter an email ID to access this account. And I'm going to quickly sign in over here, and then we will understand how the automation will work. So as you can see, I have already logged in into my account, and inside my account, I need to add two things. First is the Notion database, and then I need to add a Google document. Once both things are added, I need to map the properties of the Notion database onto the document, and then I can create the PDFs completely in automation. So let's click on Add Notion Database and let us copy this database title that we have over here. So let me copy the entire title and let me go back to the setup screen where I need to add the particular database. So click on Next over here. You have two options. If you are selecting the first option, it will create a duplicate Notion database on your workspace, which is ideal for testing purposes. We do not want to test anything. Let me click on Select Pages and I will add a Notion database from here. So let's click on Select Pages once again and let me paste the database title inside the search pages. And you will be able to see the database populate over here. Click on the database and it gets added. And now if you scroll down and you click on the private drop down, you will see the database appear over here. So now if you click on allow access, we will get access to the database. One more thing I want to highlight over here is that do not add the database by selecting these top level pages in this drop down. If you do that, the database added may not correctly appear in the selection screen and your experience will not be smooth. So always and always add the database by entering the database into the search pages field. Alongside this, if your database also contains any relation properties or roller properties which are being used, make sure to connect the database which are relational properties. So let's say the cease and desist letter form is connected to database A and database B through relation properties. So you should also add database A and database B over here inside the search pages. Once all the databases are added, only then proceed and click on allow access to gain access to every database. That will allow you to create the PDF files on automation with all the database properties including the relation and roller properties. Okay, so do not miss out on any relational databases if you are using in your particular database, and add it over here. Let's click on allow access, and now I will be given access to the cease and desist letter form which I can use for the automation setup. If you click on the drop down, it should appear over here. If it is not appearing, simply refresh the page once or twice. Your particular database will be loaded up, which you can use for the rest of the automation steps. As you can see, it is still not yet visible. So let me reload it once more, and you can see now the cease and desist letter form is appearing over here. Once you click on this and if you go down, you will be able to see all the properties of the particular database which we have just added, and these are visible over here one below the other. Okay, so now it's time to add the Google document which we'll be using for the automation steps. So click on add Google document. You have two options. You can opt for any existing document that is there in a Google Drive. So if you click on this, it will allow you to select any existing document which you already have on a Google Drive. Okay, I do not have any such document available, so what I will do is I will simply click on add demo document, and it will create me a demo document with all the mapping done beforehand. Okay, so you can see it has already created this document for me which I can use to map the fields. So let me remove the part which I do not need, and you can see all the placeholders that are already a part of this database are already created over here inside double curly brackets. So like the date field, the closing statement, description, opening statement, all the things that you already see in the database are already created over here inside double curly brackets. So when the PDFs will be created, this will be replaced with the values that we get from the database, and it will be mapped onto these specific places, and the document will be created out of that. If you still want to map any values from the database onto the document, let's say I want to copy the respondent value, I can click on copy over here I can go to the document and use Control V or Command V shortcut key. So you can use the shortcut key to paste it and it will be put onto the document. Similarly, let's say I want to get the opening statement, click on copy and put it anywhere on the document and it will automatically work. Okay, but I already have all the mappings done, so I do not need to do it once again. Now what I need to understand is I want to define the PDF file name. Okay, so I can define how the PDF will be named. So I want to define the PDF file name by the sender full name. So I can put sender full name in this drop down. So once you click on this, all the PDF file will be created as per the name of the sender that we have over here. And if you go to the right side of the database, you will find two columns, generate PDF and PDF file. If any record is marked as ready to generate, the PDF will be created right over here in the PDF file. So make sure you're going to mark all the records which you want to turn into PDF as ready to generate, and thus it will produce a PDF file right over here. Okay, so I've already done that. Let me click on download PDF, and now my PDF files will be downloaded into this particular database that we have over here. The PDF will also be downloaded onto a downloads folder, which you will be able to see. As you can see, it has already been downloaded onto the downloads folder and it also be saved over here. Okay, so let me click open this to see how the output has been generated, and you can see all the fields of this particular document have been mapped with the database values and everything has been precisely created as we required. Okay, let's see the second one. This also has been mapped correctly with the particular database values, and thus we have two files which have been created that have been mapped with the correct database values. So this is how it generates PDF files from PDF output. But the beauty of this tool is that once you click on setup Notion automation, it creates an automation to run forever. This means as long as a user is submitting any response from here and it gets added onto this database, all you need to do now is simply mark this as ready to generate and the PDF will automatically be created over here. This removes the necessity to go back to PDF output and set up everything from beginning to create the PDF file. Everything happens now on automation mode, and as long as a new response is created and the user marks it as ready to generate, it will automatically create the PDF file right over here. Okay, so this is how you can use PDF output hassle free without any manual setup. Once you click on setup Notion automation, and all the PDFs will be directly created right over here for your use case. So I hope this explanation was helpful to you, and I hope you take advantage of this automation setup that is available and you are able to generate the PDFs on scale. If you still have questions, use the chat bubble at the bottom of the page to send me any message, or you can even go to this contact section at the bottom of the home page and send me any of the emails with your issues that you might be having. You can even take a free demo session where I'll be guiding you through the entire walkthrough of this entire setup, and this will help you